Friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I decided to make another video. That made weird sounds. It's your girl, and I'm here with another book haul. Why did I ever make a video where I said I wasn't going to do book hauls anymore? Who did I think I was? Look, I know what I said, but I have picked up some very, very cool books since my last haul. And again, a bunch of these were sent to me for free by authors and publishers. So I didn't spend that much money. It's like 15 books, which is not a lot. Anyways, let's just do the haul before I cry or something. It's so hot in my filming space today. I just filmed my Cli-Fi video for Earth Day where I talked about how I was burning to death because of climate change. It's still true because it's only been 10 minutes since I filmed that video. First, I want to show you guys some super cool ARCs that I received from publishers. ARCs are advanced reader copies, if you're not familiar. They get sent out to influencers or people that sign up for them just to garner advanced praise for the books before they're released to the general public. These were all sent to me by publishers that reached out, so thank you so much for sending me these copies. I cherish them, and I will read them very soon. First, I have books that I'm dropping. First, I have The Hunter's Gambit by C.L. Pirlo. I talked in, I think, one of my last hauls about Bluebird by C.L. Pirlo that was sent to me by Angry Robot as well. So they sent me, actually they sent me Bluebird as like a placeholder for The Hunter's Gambit because they were running behind on sending this out. So that's fine because I got 2 books. But The Hunter's Gambit actually sounds really cool. This is a vampire story. I have a lot of vampire books actually in this haul, I'm just realizing now. But this is a vampire book with a queer romance. It is about a vampire hunter who, during a hunt, is captured by the vampires and forced to be their queen for, I think, 3 days until there's going to be a grand feast where she is the main course. It's like a locked room adventure escape romance, where she's living this lavish life as the vampire queen for just a couple of days while trying to figure out how to get her magic sword back and escape from the place that she's in before she is eaten. And that sounds heckin' cool. A tale of seduction, sadism, and survival. Love it. Also from Angry Robot, I received a finished copy of Evocation by S.T. Gibson. Speaking of queer vampires, S.T. Gibson is the author of A Dowry of Blood. If she sounded familiar, that's her big book from a couple of years ago. This is the first book in a new series called The Summoning Circle. I forgot, I was gonna say Spell Circle. And it's also a queer romance. It's the story of this lawyer slash medium who is coming to have his soul collected by the devil. So he wants to turn to his ex-boyfriend, but the only way to get to his ex-boyfriend is through that ex's current wife. It is a beautiful book with probably some of the most beautiful foiling I have seen on a book. Oh, I forgot to mention, so this actually comes out May 28th, so pretty soon. Hunter's Gambit comes out June 25th this year. Summoner's Circle. I think I said summoning. Summoners. And another gay vampire book was sent to me by Orbit. This is Mistress of Lies by K.M. Enright. I actually don't know if this one's gay, but I just feel like at this point vampires are gay, no matter what. No, it seems straight. Okay, yeah, this I do think it is actually straight, sorry, but it's a cat and mouse sort of situation between a vampire hunter using blood magic and the assistant of the Eternal King tasked with tracking down this blood magic using vampire hunter. I think this cover is beautiful. I love the use of this sort of black and white pencil portrait with the rest of the coloring on here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I do hope that this is the final cover, but I won't know. And this is being released August this year, August 13th. Okay, next, I picked up a few YA books. Why? I don't know. If you watched my indie book fair video from a couple of weeks ago, you'll see that I met E.K. Johnston, who writes a lot of, she writes for a lot of IPs like Star Wars and Dungeons and Dragons, but she also writes her own stuff like this, The Afterword. It is the story of what happens after a quest. I've read a couple books with a similar theme, and I do really like them. I think it's something unique and interesting that's sort of happening right now. So this is a YA one. The heroes that retrieved a gem that healed this kingdom's king are sort of dealing with the aftermath of becoming famous heroes at such a young age. And this one is signed and personalized by E.K. Johnston. I also picked up A Tempest of Tea by Hafsa Faisal. This one, you guys don't love, I've noticed. Sorry, I dropped a book on the floor. This was super, super hyped when it was coming out, and it did come out a few weeks ago, and it took me a little bit to pick up. It's sort of like a 20s heist vibe, but set in a fantasy world. And I have heard that a lot of people are DNFing it. I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna ever give it a go, but I do like to own the big books that are coming out, so I did pick up a copy. Yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I've mentioned before that there are a couple of cover artists where no matter what the book is, if they've done the cover for it, I am buying it. One of those artists is Tran Nguyen, who did this cover for Off With Their Heads by Zoe Hannah Makuta. But luckily, this actually does sound interesting because it's an Alice in Wonderland reimagining. And I love Alice in Wonderland, and I love reimaginings. Yeah, it's a queer Asian Alice in Wonderland YA. What is not to love? And I love the shoutline on the back as well. Once upon a time, in a saint-stricken world, there were two horrible girls in love. Chef's kiss, incredible. I don't actually know if this next one is YA, and I did not do the research, but based on who it's blurbed by, I'm pretty sure it is YA. It's To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chang. This cover is also stunning. Who's the artist for this? Sija Hong. I'm not familiar with that person's work, and I need to be. But I think this might be the same cover artist that did A Magic Steeped in Poison. Is that what it's called? I'll put it up on screen and I'll check to see if it's the same person. This also is gorgeous underneath. I don't know if this stenciling will pick up on camera. It's just very pretty and has very nice end papers as well. Oh my gosh. And oh my gosh, there's a full, there is a full character portrait inside. Look at that. I don't even know. I've had this book for days. Holy moly. What's it about? Haha. Did I only buy it because it's pretty? Yeah. A girl with powers over death and a prince who has power over her, and they are enemies, but they strike a bargain, so probably enemies to lovers. Am I right? I also picked up some big adult releases, just 4 of them actually. First we have The Emperor and the Endless Palace by Justinian Wong. This is such a gorgeous book as well. I've got some really colorful covers in this haul. I'm just going for colorful recently. And this is actually historical fantasy, as far as I know, which is cool because I love historical. I'm getting into it lately. It is set in both 4 BCE as well as 1740, and then as well in present day Los Angeles. Yeah, it's like a historical fantasy romance with multiple timelines, and I'm into it. It's pretty short. It's one of those deceptively short hardcovers. So. I also picked up The Book That Broke the World by Mark Lawrence. This is a sequel to The Book That Wouldn't Burn. Highly anticipated sequel. Have I read the first one? No, I have not. But I still anticipated the sequel. I won't talk much about this one because it is the second one. If you haven't read the first one, maybe you don't want to hear about the second one. But what I know of the series is that it is truly a fantasy series for book lovers because it's about books. Then there is Dragon Rider by Taryn Matheru. This is a story of political prisoners, marriage for alliance, dragons, dragon riding, escaping with said baby dragons. It's very much Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funk, but also Aragon and Ryan Cahill all mixed together. But we love those books. So yeah, Dragon Rider. And then I got The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. Why? Because it's beautiful. More vampires. I actually haven't read any Leigh Bardugo yet. I really should. I don't know if this is going to be the one because I'm not into vampires despite what this haul might be telling you. Look at this though. Look at it. Look at it. I feel like so many of the books in this haul have been rags to riches, using magic to get those riches stories. It's just been the theme of the month, I guess. My final selection of books are indie books that I have hauled. I talked about Earthflown in my climate fiction video. It's the story of corporate control over the Earth's water system. It is also a queer romance with beautiful illustrations throughout. Like this. Indie author Sam Middleton sent me a copy of his book Eluthian. I'm actually going to be buddy reading this with my friend Noah on Instagram. I'm excited to get into this. It wasn't originally in my plans for like Indie April or upcoming, but I do prioritize physical books when they are sent to me, and Sam was kind enough to send me a physical copy. And I also prioritize buddy reads because they're fun and they keep me accountable. So yeah, this is coming up soon on my TBR. You saw me grab The Marigold by Andrew F. Sullivan in my indie book fair video. Speaking of that video, I am wearing the sour key earrings that I just want to eat so badly, and I'm drinking the coffee that came in the same mystery bag as The Marigold, and it's really good. I don't know why I didn't include this in my Cli-Fi video, because it is climate horror. Set in Toronto, which is where I live almost. And the last book in this haul is a fan favorite. I had so many people telling me to pick this up, so I finally did. It's Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. And I'm doing a buddy read for this with Kim and Lewis on Instagram. Excited for that. The apocalypse will be televised. It's my first lit RPG. I've never read a lit RPG before, but this one is so highly recommended constantly that, you know I'm gonna have a good time. And it started as a webcomic, as far as I know. A man, his ex-girlfriend's cat, a sadistic game show unlike anything in the universe. Oh, I'm so excited for this one. So this is also actually coming up soon on the TBR as well. Okay, and that's it for the haul as far as I know. It's not. It's above me, but I picked up Taipan by James Clavell because I'm reading Shogun, and then I saw Taipan at a thrift store and I bought it as well. I technically hauled like 11 other books this month as well. But they're all old mass markets. I did a haul of that recently on Instagram. I didn't make a video about it. Maybe I should. But I've been picking up a lot of 80s, 90s, early 2000s mass markets because I love the aesthetic and it's fun to collect them. Mostly Wheel of Time and Brandon Sanderson and Redwall and just old like Kristen Britton, Juliette Merlier, Mercedes Lackey, etc. etc. But that's it for the haul in this video. I'm sure I'll be back soon with another haul because I can't stop myself and no one is stopping me for me. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of the books I showed you today, if you hauled any of them this month as well. I know there was a lot of new releases, so you probably did. And if you didn't haul any of these, let me know what your favorite book you bought recently was. I want to know. Before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you know when I upload new videos. I upload 2 days a week. I love you guys. Goodbye.